legends, hip hop, tag team. Welcome to the Cruise Show. What's up, fellas?
Good to
Hey,
be here.
good.
Man, it's good to have you guys on, man. Love the energy. You know, we were having a few conversations off the air right now, and the energy is so right, man. I see you guys are living your lives and you guys are happy and healthy. Everyone is safe, right? We're wearing our masks, we're washing our hands. Have
Always.
any of you been touched by the COVID? Family, friends, yourselves?
No.
You
I
know, a whole bunch of people done died.
Oh,
yeah,
My
I
man.
mom
have.
had
Your
it.
mom
My
had it?
mom
Is she
too. My
okay?
mom too. Damn, it's
Yeah, yeah,
scary.
My
yeah.
mom too. Yeah.
She whooped his ass though, but she got Alzheimer's, so I'm probably sure she didn't even know she had it. So, but
Oh, no.
Damn.
it
Wow.
did. She did lose weight because you lose your
Ab-
taste and your scent, your
Take,
taste and
yeah.
your smell. And a person with Alzheimer's, that's like the most important thing to him. So she lost a little weight, but she came out of it good, man. Because she's in
Oh, that's
a
great.
memory care facility, so
Mm-hmm.
they all had it, and it was just like, and
Mhm.
then we couldn't get to her, so that was really brutal.
That's
But
scary and sad, right?
yeah,
You
she
can't see
came
your
she came
family.
through with flying
Mm.
colors, and then DJ I used to DJ with Big Vic, he passed away from it. A
Oh,
couple
no.
cousins passed away from it, and then
Sorry.
just people that I know indirectly through other people passing, and then a lot of people that had it. So it's just, I mean, every story is different, and
Yeah.
from the start, I took it serious, and I was just like, mm. People be trying to come over, cousins come into town, like, let's hook up. Like, you trip. I
Tripping,
ain't, I
dog.
ain't going nowhere. I ain't seeing
Yeah.
nobody. I ain't
Because
doing
like
nothing.
here in Atlanta, man, it's like it's just open, man. It's open season, y'all. And
Yeah.
a lot of people that don't really it seems like when you go to the stores and stuff, you take it serious. But when you go out at night, they don't take it serious,
For
And
real.
so
Every club has been packed since they opened up again.
You know,
yeah.
and I was
So
gonna ask you fellas, like, yo, do you think it is irresponsible, maybe a little selfish that artists are performing and packing these clubs? I mean, it does. The people that are coming out on their own. I mean, they are deciding whether to go
Hey,
or not.
man,
But what do you think about that,
let
guys?
me tell you something. Only thing I can control is what I do.
mhm.
And, to each his own, because people got to eat, and it might be that much pressure on people where they got to eat and feed their family. So I can't judge nobody else. I'm not doing nothing like that,
And
right?
like you said, it's people come out by themselves. So hey,
It's on them.
I mean, yeah, it's on. Like I said, it's survival of the fittest.
and then a lot of
Hmm.
times, you know, club owners probably shouldn't pack the clubs like they do.
But they was off for a month, and
Yeah.
it was already slow, so they taking advantage of it because they don't know if they're gonna get shut down again. So
Mhm.
it's like
Right,
that
Exactly.
club I
because
used to
they're
work
paper.
at. That's the best it's ever been, right? They calling me
Wow.
every night like, man, it's the best it's ever been,
Mm.
and I'm like, wow.
Wow.
But I'm glad I'm not in the club no more, right? As a DJ, because I
Mhm.
would have had a decision to make, right? Like, I'm lucky that I haven't been put in that situation. And then
Yeah,
when I
that's
was put in
where.
that situation where I shot my first movie, it was in Nebraska, right? My acting coach called me, was like, Crystal Carson called me, was like, hey, you want to be in a movie? I got you, right? And it's like, Nebraska's open and they're letting people in Hollywood. They're like, come on up and shoot. And I just strapped up. I was very prepared. I drenched a whole bunch of wash rags with alcohol. Like, it was just,
That's right.
I was bananas, right? I had all my masks. I had everything I needed. I had my COVID test.
Yeah.
Went up there, shot. It was the week during George Floyd. Went up there and shot,
Oh,
and just,
wow.
was in the middle of a cornfield looking at the stars, and just that peace, and just watching the world. Everybody's watching the world on our phones, just in chaos.
Mhm.
And I'm grateful for that time. And then I came back to Atlanta. It was just like Armageddon. It was just crazy. Like, I entered a war zone. It was a trip. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you do your due diligence, you good. Like, I have a gym membership down the street, and they opened real early, and I wasn't even gonna go work out. But then I went and worked out, and they were doing temperature checks, but
Mm-hmm.
nobody was wearing a mask. And I was like, and it was
What?
just packed in there. Nobody was wearing a mask, and I was like, everybody had an ego, or I don't know what it was. It was the stupidest thing I ever saw. And once another gym opened up and they required everybody to have masks, I ain't been back to that gym since, because it
You
don't make no
haven't.
sense. And I found out a lot of people was catching COVID. I'm like, duh, you in there working out? Like, I know, because when I work out, you can feel your mask parachuting, right?
Yeah. For
So
sure.
if you feel your mass
Stuff that's coming out
parachuting,
the sides.
yeah, you don't. If you're huffing and puffing, that means everybody else is huffing and puffing,
Mm-hmm.
which is like triple, quadruple the air that's coming out of you.
Yes.
So it's just it was unbelievable. But
Yeah,
this but that's what Steve was saying. It's like that down here where it's just like people, you know, a lot of it is young people think they're invincible. A lot of people we're in Georgia, so half the people think it's a conspiracy theory. You know, half the people don't give a damn. But then, you know, a lot of people is like,
It's a real
it's just
thing.
too many
It's a
people
real thing.
dying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
you know
real.
firsthand.
So
I mean, you've seen it yourself. It's a
yeah,
real thing. I don't understand how people don't understand how it's not a real thing. They think it's some type of conspiracy theory. It's like, go visit a hospital and see what kind of conspiracy
but
theory is going on over there.
think about it, man. Did you know that it was that many people in this country that felt that way or thought what they think or acted like they
No,
acted? You thought we was all
no,
kind of
man.
had some sense, but you look at it and be like,
Hey man, you know, the government has earned the badge of not being trusted. So a lot of people feel like that, you know. So that's all.
Yeah.
It's like it's a lot of stuff that, you know, it's just pretty wicked, man. So
Yeah, sure.
yeah, but common sense is common sense.
I hear
You know
you.
what I'm saying? Like,
sometimes common sense ain't the right
It's so
thing.
common,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, in
yeah,
2020, I think we all, we all learned, we all had the question, who can we trust then? You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the police, strangers, government, I mean, it's dangerous out there,
Yeah.
man. But listen, we're so sorry about the friends that you've lost, and we wish your mother very well, Cecil. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Tag team, we're back, man. Let's go to Geico Commercial. Great to see you guys doing your thing. That was extremely funny, and it was you guys. Scoop. There it is. I love that. How did you guys receive the call, the news that the Geico commercial was booked?
the website, our website has a phone number, and I got just a specific phone for the website so people can call.
Mm-hmm.
And Geico called that phone number, and I didn't answer. And because, I'm an SEO guy, so because I lay good breadcrumbs and all my profiles are filled out correctly, they went to IMDb, which is where all my acting stuff is, and contacted my agent. And then my agent called me, and then I'm thinking, Geico commercial, I ain't even auditioned for that. And then it was like, I put two and two together, went back and saw my phone. I was like, oh, okay. And it was just a good opportunity to let, my agent work the deal. And they got us the best terms I could ever imagine. And, we set everything up, and then I started preparing. And it worked out wonderful. All my improv training and, all the acting classes and everything came to bear in that performance, and I just feel real proud of that because, that's where the sprinkles came from. That's where the spin and scoop came from. That's where the dance came from. All these things were, prepared, little nuggets to have in my pocket just in case, the director was cool and let you do your thing, and he was cool and he let us do our thing. And for the most part, we just had a lot of fun, man.
It looked fun. It looked really fun, man.
We're gonna party wherever we go.
When they say we want to twist up whoop there it is to scoop there it is, what are your initial thoughts on that?
Well, with me, it was like, it really didn't make a difference, man. It was like, let's see what it is first, and then we'll make the best out of it, And it was okay. So,
because at first it was soup. There it is. I'm like, man, what is soup? They got doing some Jerry Seinfeld soup Nazi stuff. What I was like, all right, whatever they do, we just got to roll. But that was just that didn't happen. And then it came with Scoop, and then they had a couple of different versions, kept revising it, and we came up with the final version. And it was just very interesting how it all went down. We shot it just one day. They bought up a whole block, right? And the house we shot in was a nice house, and fit Geico commercials perfectly, and we just had a ball, man.
Right. And listen, once the commercial aired, I mean, it caught fire, man. It's on all day.
Yeah,
man. I just got numbers and data from iSpot TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And iSpot TV is an organization like Nielsen where they monitor how many, all the data for TV commercials. How long people look at it. Do they churn a channel? What are their phrases that they love? The biggest one was they love the nostalgia part of it, and then they love it because it's fun. And right now we're the #1 commercial in the country. So that's like being #1 on the Hot 100 of Billboard. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing. That's what's so dope about it. Yeah, exactly. And we probably are already, but we were like a couple days away from being the all-time biggest Geico commercial for any artist.
Amazing.
So
wow.
That beats out Little Richard, Rat, The Who, Khaled, Salt and Pepper, Ice-T, and Boyz II Men.
Talk that talk.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations. That's major. So have things changed much since the commercial dropped?
No. Just a couple more phone calls. That's it.
For me, more phone calls. I'm getting a lot more auditions. I think after yesterday was the AJC, like I was telling you. So, that right there is gonna mean a lot. And we're just in a different time. Like in normal times, it would be, we'd be talking to you from a hotel room right now, right? Because we would have been gone. We would have been doing show after show after show after show. Mm-hmm. But that ain't gonna happen for a long time. So you got to make the best of it. So for me, this is a chance to get all my SEO stuff together, make sure that everybody can find us, develop relationships with journalists, publicists, just learn the whole game, because what else I got to do? You know what I mean? It's just like I was telling you before, reinvention. You try to set yourself up for the future. So whatever does happen, you're prepared for it.
Sure, absolutely. What's up, Leche?
You guys get free Geico insurance for the rest of your life?
No, I wish we did. No.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yo, what was it like? There was a rapper over the summer by the name of Sada Baby. Sada Baby, whole lot of Choppas, and then Nicki Minaj jumped on the remix. I'm not kidding you. When I play that song, because I live stream on Twitch, that's one of my favorite songs to play. The energy is so crazy.
That's DJ Leslie right there.
Oh, hey, DJ Leslie. Check this out. That the day, we got 2 emails that day. One email was the Sada Baby song telling us, we own part of that song because it's Swoop, there it is. So we have our part of that song. And the Geico commercial came on the same day, within hours of each other. So that was a real good day for us.
That's a great day.
Meant to be,
man. Y'all must have some really good karma built up, man. That's amazing.
Hey, we just work hard. And then we've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can't nobody say we ain't worked. You know what I mean? Can't nobody say that we've been they lucky, they this, they that. We don't work our butts off, dog. We done been through a whole lot through all these years. And it's okay, because everybody has. That's life, right?
Yeah.
But it's how you adapt, it's how you respond, it's how you move forward, it's how you grow, and it's your mindset. And I stay positive as hell. I'm like, because that's the only thing I got control over is what I do. I don't got control over nothing else but what I do.
Yeah. And the only way to feel good is to feel positive.
Yeah.
So there it is.
Man, I like that, man. That's good advice, man. I mean, it seems easy enough to follow, but unfortunately, it's pretty tough for a lot of people, right?
It is.
Positive, especially in the time that we live.
But you got to have outlets to use it, right?
Yeah.
Like anything negative, I just use it. My father passed away, and I could have been sad, you know what I mean? But I use it. I hold it in, and if I get an acting audition, I get to release it because I use it. You try to use it in a positive way. Yeah,
a lot of people can't do it like you said.
I know they can't do it,
man,
but like I said, only thing I have is control over what I do.
Yeah.
And I get lazy. I don't want to do stuff. I get sad. I get all those things. But I move forward regardless of how I feel, because I know that's the easiest way to get. That's what I've acquired the ability to do. That I know that's the easiest way to get out of it. is just to go on and do it anyway, right? And then you'd be glad,
That's it.
Going to the gym.
Yep.
You don't go to the gym, you'd be like, man, why did I go to the gym today? It's the 4th day I ain't went. But if you go to the gym, and even if you just do a little, man, I'm glad I went to the gym. But you didn't want to go to the gym. You're self-sabotaging yourself. All it is like people say is procrastination. It's not. It's self-sabotage. You're sabotaging anything that you're trying to do, your dreams, your goals. It don't matter how old you are, how young you are. That's why I try to help people. I do a lot of talking to people. I'm a motivational speaker, right? And I just try to spit people the game on the experiences I have. And my goal is to just tell everybody the things that I wish somebody had told me as a young man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like about the music industry, about contracts, about this, about life, about women, about saving your money, about, you know what I mean? All those things like that. And to impart on anybody who's willing to listen, you do that, that makes the world a better place. Because everybody's not going to listen, but if 1 or 2 people listen, I mean, that's all you can do.
Yeah,
that's all you can do.
Is Tag Team working on some new music? What do we got? I know we working, fellas.
Nah, man, that's the worst way to do it, right? Man, there's so many groups that kill themselves when they do that because they think they got to put some new music out. It's like Tag Team is the new music we put out, right?
Yeah, it is.
Whoop There It Is the new. Yeah. Whoop There It Is becomes new again all the time. So
isn't that great?
We just write it. Like I said, if we were able to do shows, then then Whoop There It is brand new again, right? But you know, I'm making this thing work for me, for my acting, for my voiceover, and for anything else I want to do. Because now I can get into conversations with people that I never would have gotten in conversations with, right? I can call USA Today, LA Times, I can call anybody and say, hey, what's up? And they're like, I love that commercial. So what do you want to do? And it works, right?
Boom.
So you just have to be able to use, I just got off a Zoom with, it's called Public Relations Association of America. Because I was looking for people, I was looking for publicists. But they were like, well, it's not like you have a movie out. And it's like you don't have a bunch of movies on your belt. You're not popular as an actor. They were giving me every excuse. And they might have been being nice saying, hey, we don't want to spend your money, right? But then I was like, okay, thank you very much. And I was like, I could have just not done nothing. But I went and joined an organization of publicists. And they all taught me the game. And now I'm my own publicist.
My man.
I do press releases. I do SEO. I do write-ups. I know how to get in touch with any journalist. I know how to get in touch with any podcast. I know how to get in touch with any radio station, any video station, and book, right?
Yeah.
So it's that I don't give up ever. Ever.
You can't. No, you can't. You can't.
You know what I mean? They call me DC the Brain Supreme for a reason. And I'm not, I might seem like I'm being real confident right now, but this ain't confidence. This is passion.
That's it.
Right? This is passion.
Yeah, man.
This is what I love to do. This is what I was put on this earth to do, man, is to touch people and make things better for folks.
I love that.
That's
energy.
what I'm going to do. And I know
that energy, man.
There's spirits, running through me to help me do these things because I'm blessed. We both are blessed.
Yes, sir.
We both had great childhoods. We ain't never not known love, right? We've been blessed. We've been through some stuff, of course. It's life. But, for me, I ain't never giving up, ever. Not as long as I'm breathing. Never.
Yeah, quote that, right? Yo, so who are you guys listening to, in today's era of hip hop?
I listen to everything, man, because I record a lot of people, so. And so yeah, that's why I listen to everything, man. So from the little kids, hey, that little guy, he's from Florida, Spot 'em Got 'em. He has the little beatbox song that everybody's doing, the Junebug challenge.
Yeah.
I like that. I like stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people. Like my age, those dudes hate all the young stuff, and say, I don't know what they're doing. I can't listen to that. I can't.
No sense.
Man, it's the same thing that we did. There was people my age now back in the day when we started that hated what we did. So, you know, that's not like music. That's our records. You just spinning our records and adding stuff to our records, and you know, and that's what we were doing. But it was music. And what these little dudes are doing now, it's music also, man. It's just everything evolves into something else. Yeah. So you know, I'm listening.
I don't even listen to music no more. But that's because I've been a DJ all my life, right? And I never thought that would be possible, right? I never thought I'd not go to the club. I never thought I'd not like strip clubs like I used to love them, right? Because I used to work strip clubs. But it's nothing to get on two turntables and get busy again, right? Because the fundamentals of DJing are with you forever, right? And only time I listen to music when I work out, and I'm listening to Jeezy, first album. That's it, because Thug Motivation, because that's what it gives me, motivation. And, you know, I'm not going to say I don't listen to music, but, you know, I do a lot of podcasts with, like, DJs and stuff. And all the DJs now are like, man, why can't we take it back to the old school? And, man, why can't we do this? And why can't we do that? And I'm like, you know, what are these kids doing to hip-hop? And I was like, first thing, you can't hate on young people for being young. That's the first cardinal sin you're doing. Because you look like an old bitter dude and you ain't gonna never get nowhere. And then you done gave up on yourself acting like that. I said, we got one thing over everybody else that these young kids that nobody has. They don't got what we got, which is experience. We got experience. And I know what they do and can do what they do, but I don't gotta do what they do. I can take what they do, put it what I know and make something new, right? Yeah. But you gotta, it will behoove you to do the research and understand why they do what they do, as opposed to understand why are they doing what they're doing, right? It's a difference. It's the negative part to the positive part. So if I do hear somebody young, I'm listening to it, and I might talk stuff about it. I'm like, man, I can't do nothing with that. But I've listened to it, I've understood it, and it's in my memory bank. I know, and for me, it's about working out what happens from the beginning to the end. So I might listen to it and not like it, and it might turn platinum, and I still might not like it, but I like the journey. I like why it blew up, how it blew up, what happened to make it blow up. What did they do? What did the record company do? What did their publicists do? You know what I mean? What was the catalyst that got them to the top? That's the stuff I like.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah, man.
You know what I didn't like? You know what I didn't like? I didn't like Whoop There It Is when we first recorded it.
Is that right?
Exactly. Yep.
Why didn't you like it?
For one, we took girls from Magic City with us to record it. And their energy was like real dull to me. That was one thing. That was the main thing, really. And it was just like, this sucks. But DC kept telling me, hey, man, we got a hit record here. Because we recorded it back in 92. It was,
we recorded almost a year before it even came out.
Yeah, it was actually August 92. Yeah. And, you know, when we recorded it, I remember taking all those girls. It took about 8 or 10 Magic City girls with us to the studio, and their energy was just like bland to me, you know. And
you need a variety of people. You needed some kids, some girls, some dudes, some dogs and cats, a little bit of everything.
I just knew that wasn't the energy that I liked on this song. So later on, we redid it.
Yeah, and
when we redid it
that day, you know, I had to work that night, and I remember I had a cassette tape that mixed it down, put it on a cassette. Yep. I went to work, got set up, popped it in, and to this day, that's the biggest response on any record I've ever played, and I've played millions of records.
And that was when the Magic City girls were on it, you know. Yeah. Actually, we do have a Magic City version, and you can
that's the first one we did, and it was like
that was the one I was like,
Yeah, and dudes was running up on us, right? And then it was like, can't put out no Magic City version, and it ain't got the power. But actually, we forgot about it because it was just another song to us. It wasn't like we got us it wasn't like that. It was just if you make music, you know that a song is just a song, right? Now they probably be like, we got to make a hit record. Everybody's concentration is we got to make a hit record. But back then, we was just making songs. We was just trying to make it, right? Mm-hmm. So we'd had probably better records that we thought were better, but. Mm-hmm. we were geographically challenged because we were in Atlanta in the Southeast. And you had to be, that's like being in New York, making LA music in New York. It wasn't gonna happen unless you acclimated to what they're playing in New York. And that's what we had to do in Atlanta. It was like, yo, we got to make up-tempo stuff.
That was another reason why it was kind of iffy for me, because I didn't make those type of beats, you know. And you know, he told me just make it your way, and it made sense. So
I told him use the essence of hip hop. I said use Planet Rock, Planet Rock or Egyptian Lover. Because at that time, that was the essence of hip hop on both coasts, right? Not at that time, but at that time, you know what I mean? Like,
but that was B-boy stuff. That's something that you couldn't lose.
Big on the East, absolutely everywhere.
But then Egyptian Lover in LA, Egyptian Lover, Dr. Dre, that was hip hop in LA in 84, 85, right?
It still is.
And it's like, you know, like Dre looks back on that and hates that, but it's like, dude, that was the catalyst for so much different music, right? Because then that filtered up to the Bay Area. Then the Bay Area, you start having freestyle music, right? Because a lot of artists, Shannon, all them were doing a lot of shows in the Bay Area, and those kind of forms of music kind of merged. It was, you know, that electronica, halfway house, then you got Baltimore, like all these regions start popping off, but it's all up tempo, right? So it's like, we don't got to make bass like they make it down here. We just got to make stuff that's 125 BPMs and up, right? It could be anything, right? And that was the first bass record we made.
Big time.
And it's a classic, timeless.
Timeless. You feel me? Listen, congratulations on the entire career, man. What a career. Congratulations on everything that you guys have coming up as well. The Geico commercial, major guys. It was great to see you guys up there. You know, a lot of us grew up with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I told my brother I was talking to y'all, and he said, tell them I used to order their video on the box every day.
Hey, boy, we had a good little side thing on the box, man. We had like a little video. We were in Magic City eating chicken wings. And,
That was a good day. I remember that day. That's the only picture I got in my house of that day, right there. That's the only picture I got in my house that day. We went to amusement park. We did so much, man.
I remember, man. Every radio station, every venue, you guys were on top of it, man. So thank you guys very much for that and your contribution to hip hop. And once again, congratulations on the Geico commercial. Scoop, there it is. Hey, Cruise Show, Cruise, there it is. Let's go.